Good evening, or morning, or night. I don't know. My name is Kayla Serena here, and I am making my first video on what not to say to deaf people. Yeah, let's talk about that. There are approximately thousands of videos of deaf people making videos on what not to say to deaf people and what not to do. But yeah, you still you still do it. What? Okay. So I'm not angry. I'm really not. Dude, I'm just angry because my hair is so frizzy. And I just got the iPhone 7 Plus. And it's like amazing because like it's showing all my fucking pores. Anyways, I'm so sorry. Like, goodness, I'm getting off track. So I also have trouble speaking sometimes when I make videos because I'm very insecure about the way I talk. And anyways, so if you hear me stuttering and you can't understand me, I will add captions. Anyways, that was unnecessary information. So the things that I really just want to like let out is that I really hate it when people ask if I can talk. Like, I'm deaf. Yes, I'm talking, but you don't have an accent. I know. That's what speech therapy is for. Ha ha ha. Wink wink. It's just really frustrating because I just don't want it to be the first thing people say to a deaf person, but you can talk? Well, yes. The thing is, when people like assume that most deaf people don't talk, it just makes us feel really awkward. I know that many people are just not educated on this issue and they're just not sure on how to approach deaf people. The first thing you can do is ignore it. Just move on. Be a normal human being. Talk about birds. God. The second thing I want to mention is it frustrates me when people say, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? How about now? How about now? How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?" No, but I'm about to turn off my hearing aid. Now I can't hear you. Thank God. That's like me going up to a person in a wheelchair and say, "Can you walk now? You're paralyzed?" Oh. It's also like asking a person who can see as well. It's like asking them, "Can you see me? How many fingers am I holding up?" I also have glasses. So that's very frustrating too, but that's another issue, so let's not talk about that. Anyways, but that was in form of an example. So the third thing I want to mention is like, what really irritates me is when people ask if I can sign. Yes, that's not the irritating part. Then they go, "Oh, what did I say? Really? You're here to mock my language?" We don't sign like that. Sign language is so beautiful. It's so meaningful to me, and it really hurts when people just wiggle their hands and think that it's okay. One time I was at Dave & Buster's and me and my boyfriend were, having a good time. We're at the bar table and some guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, I teach special ed." I go, "Oh, you do? Oh, that's nice. Awesome." He's like, "Yeah, most of my students, they're, mental and they use sign language because they, I'm like, "Oh, okay. Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, I know some words like eat, eat." I'm like, "Oh, eat? Yeah." And my boyfriend's just looking at him like, is he like, does he think we're in special ed? I mean, yes, most deaf people do partake in the special ed education, but it doesn't mean they have mental, intellectual disabilities, if you will. I hope this is not offensive, oh God. But I'm trying to explain this really well. I was mainstream my whole life. Mainstream means that you just go into a hearing, like, society, like, hearing class setup, and you learn with them because you're at that learning ability. You are able to communicate with the hearing teacher. You're okay with that. And then there's the deaf program, which they teach the same damn thing. It's maybe at a different level, maybe at a different pace, and they also the teachers use sign language while they teach, and that is helpful. That was helpful to me in math class, and it really fucking helped. Like, seriously, dude. I loved it, and I didn't feel dumb in that class. It's because that was my level. And hearing people have the same issues, they go to a different class level. They have people just like that. So it's not only deaf people. So I just wanted to exploit that. That really pissed me off at the David Buster. So if you're watching this video, don't ever do that again. Aha! Anyways, the fourth thing I want to mention, last but not least, even though there's many, many things that I should probably mention, but at the top of my head, when I say I'm deaf, please, that was really bad. There's a reason why I'm deaf. Anyways, don't pity them. We are not sad. We are not angry about ourselves. We took many years to accept it, and we don't want you're deaf. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'll pray for you. Yes, pray for me. I hope God takes my deafness away. I'm Christian, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's nice to pray for people for positivity, but don't pray that my deafness goes away. And don't pity it, because I don't need pity. I'm just letting you know so that you have a heads up, you know? It's just very frustrating. It actually hurts a lot of the deaf members in the community because it's not something that we want to be pitied for. Not cool, guys. Not cool. Anyways, God bless. Wait, I forgot to mention one more thing. If you have any questions about the deaf community, of course you can ask. I am not saying don't ask questions about how you became deaf and how I learned sign language. Everybody's different. Every deaf person you meet will be completely different. But go in there with a complete open mind and don't stereotype. That is my message for you all. Do not stereotype. Do not think that every deaf person is the same. My boyfriend, his name is Ulysses Contreras. Hey, love you, Ulysses. He can't talk, and I mean, like, he can't verbally talk. He can talk, but, and he's deaf. He chose not to wear hearing aids, and that is completely fine. And he could still be in the real world. Yes, he can drive. Yes, and yes, he can go to school. And yes, he can work. Very frustrating to many of us to think that's the deaf person you meet and another deaf person you meet from 2 years ago is going to be the same person or the same problem. No, because I'm deaf. Yes, I'm deaf out of both ears, and I have cochlear implant on both sides, which you can't see because my lion here kind of covers it up. But I could talk, I could sign, and I could hear for the most part, unless it's off. So just go in there with an open mind, ask questions, of course, ask questions. I am not saying not to. I'm just saying, yeah, suspend your judgment. Do you guys want more videos? Let me know on more topics if you are interested. I am not only here to communicate for the deaf people, but I am also here to communicate all the issues around the world, meaning being a teenage woman, or being a full-time worker, or being a deaf person, or being a college student, or mental illness even. So, thank you for watching. I love you all. Mwah.